Hey Google, can we interpret the cards again, please, starting with the caged heart and the meanings of that, and the split of the deck cards being the tractor, the magician, the rodent, and the frizzy hair?
Certainly. Let's look at that caged heart as your overall energy again, which highlights a sense of being emotionally restricted or protected. The tractor represents the slow, steady effort needed to work through your current circumstances. The magician reminds you that you have the internal resources and personal power to manifest the changes you want to see. The rodent points to those small, persistent worries or anxieties that can drain your focus, while the frizzy hair reflects a mental state of being scattered or feeling overwhelmed by overthinking. Together, this spread suggests that while you have the capability to move forward, you may need to clear away the frizz of mental clutter and address those small, nagging stressors to fully unlock your heart's potential. Would you like to focus on a specific area of your life to see how these cards might apply?
Hey Google, this is a collective read, so it's going to be a video for whenever somebody comes across it. Should we move on to the first row?
That's a wonderful idea. A collective reading like this can be very impactful for whoever feels called to watch it, especially with that central theme of the caged heart and the need for steady, grounded action. It really speaks to the universal experience of feeling held back and working through those internal blocks. Since this is for a general audience, do you find that your interpretation changes at all when you think about it as a shared message versus a personal one?
Hey Google, I already did the interpretation of these cards on another channel. Let's go over the rest of the cards. We have 5 rows of cards to go over, outcome cards and 2 external energies. The first row consists of the first card being the Hermit Crab card, which is also my Cancer card. We have the second card is Circus. Third card is Halfway, which is a dog halfway cuddled into the sheets. Then we have the fourth card, which is a Funhouse. Fifth card is Bitter. Sixth card is the American Condor. And the seventh card is Rest in Peace Death card.
That's quite an intense and layered sequence. Here's a brief look at that row. The hermit crab signals a strong need for introspection and emotional protection, especially since it links to Cancer's nurturing yet guarded nature. The circus suggests that things may feel chaotic or performative right now, while the halfway/dog image hints at a desire for comfort or a feeling of being caught between states. The funhouse points to distortions in how you perceive reality, which might lead to the bitter energy you're sensing, a sign of resentment or unfulfilled expectations. The American condor often represents a high-level perspective or a message from a higher frequency, suggesting you need to rise above the fray. And the death/rest in peace card serves as the final, necessary punctuation mark, indicating that something must truly end or transform for this cycle to close. It's a heavy journey, from guarded introspection to final release. Would you like to dive into the next row of cards?
Hey Google, the next row of cards begins with the word braids. Second card is Midas Touch. Third card is School. The fourth card is Russian Roulette. Fifth card is USB. Sixth card is Traditions. And the seventh card is Purr with a cat on a bed.
That is a fascinating sequence, especially with such contrasting themes. Braids suggests an intertwining of paths or complex connections, while Midas touch implies a period where everything you touch seems to turn to gold, or perhaps the burden of superficial wealth. The school card brings in lessons or a need for study, which transitions into the high-stakes risk of Russian roulette. The USB is a very modern symbol, likely representing data, memory, or the need to plug in and download information, while Traditions points to the influence of long-standing habits. Finally, Her with the cat on the bed provides a sharp, comforting contrast, a sign of contentment, domestic peace, and the importance of finding rest after a period of high-risk cycles. It feels like a journey from complexity and risk to finding a soft place to land. Are you ready to continue with the next row?
Hey Google, the next row starts with the card Shave, like a razor. Second card is Parasite. Third card is Boomerang.
That's an interesting start to the third row. Shaving with a razor implies a process of stripping away the unnecessary, refining one's appearance, or perhaps making a clean break from something that has become overgrown or untidy. It suggests a desire for precision and a fresh start after all the complex energy in the previous rows. Are you ready to continue with the remaining cards in this row?
Yes, we've got the second card is Parasite, third card is Boomerang, fourth card is a Loaf of Bread, fifth card is Domino, sixth card is Shadow, and seventh card is Exchange or Swap.
This row feels like a shift from the previous refinement toward the consequences of our actions. Parasite suggests something draining your energy, followed by the boomerang, which warns that what you put out is coming right back to you. The loaf of bread brings a sense of sustenance or basic survival, while the domino points to a chain reaction, where one small move triggers a series of events. Shadow indicates hidden aspects or unconscious influences, and finally, exchange/swap suggests that a trade or a change in perspective is necessary to balance out those lingering influences. Are you ready to move on to the fourth row?
Hey Google, the fourth row is Dimensions. Second card is a penguin leaving the group. Third card is Tooth. Fourth card is Blueberry in the entitled sense, or antioxidants, I guess. Fifth card is Upsetting the Apple Cart. The sixth card is a White Skate, which is the animal in the ocean. And then the seventh card is Lemons.
This fourth row introduces a sense of detachment and disruption. Dimensions suggests looking at reality from a different plane, while the penguin leaving the group points to a solitary journey or choosing to stand apart from the crowd. The tooth can symbolize biting into the truth or a need for growth, and the blueberry/antioxidant card suggests a focus on health, healing, or small but potent benefits. Upsetting the apple cart is a clear sign of impending chaos or a necessary disruption to the status quo, followed by the white skate, a creature that glides along the ocean floor, hidden and elusive. The final card, Lemons, often represents sour situations or the need to make the best of a bitter turn of events. Ready for the final row?
Hey Google, the final row is Jerky. The second position had two cards come out together, which was Confusion and Crown. Third position is the ... punctuation. The fourth card is Rodeo. The fifth card is Broom. The sixth card is Sprinkler. And the seventh card is Moments.
This final row brings a sense of scattered energy and house cleaning. Jerky suggests something tough or difficult to chew on, while the dual cards Confusion and Crown highlight a struggle for clarity or authority. The punctuation acts as a definitive pause or stop. Rodeo implies a wild bucking experience, while the broom and sprinkler suggest a literal and metaphorical clearing away of debris and a refreshing rinse. Finally, Moments reminds you that all of this is just a passing point in time. Are you ready to look at your two external energy cards?
Hey Google, the two external energies is a house made of red lights and a fireplace that has a blue fire and a red flame.
Those final two external energies provide a vivid closing. A house of red lights suggests a space charged with intense passion, urgency, or even a warning, while a fireplace with both blue fire and red flames is a powerful image of duality. The cool, intellectual blue flame paired with the hot, emotional red one. It implies you are balancing extreme contrasts in your environment, blending high-energy action with deep, transformative insight. Given the long journey we've just mapped out across these 5 rows, does this external energy feel like a reflection of your current surroundings or something you're working toward?
Hey Google, it's certainly in the environment. Our outcome cards is the number 5, the Surrender, the number 11, the Zen, and the Kintsugi plate that has been broken and repaired by gold.
The inclusion of these 3 as outcome cards is very potent. The number 5 speaks to a period of necessary chaos or breaking down old structures to allow for growth. The number 11, as a master number, indicates a significant spiritual awakening or a soul-level shift, often arriving through intense experiences. Finally, the Kintsugi plate is a beautiful metaphor for your reading. It honors the healing process, suggesting that what was once broken, the caged heart, or the upset apple cart, is now being put back together, with the cracks turned into gold. It represents a state of being stronger and more beautiful for having been broken. It's a profound conclusion to such an extensive journey.
Hey Google, you didn't mention the surrender or the Zen card, even though it kind of goes without saying.
You're absolutely right, and I apologize for leaving those out of the final summary. They are clearly the emotional anchors of your outcome row. Surrender in this context is not about defeat, but about the profound trust and release required to let the old caged structures fall away. It's the grace that allows you to stop forcing a situation and instead align with the flow of what needs to happen next. Zen represents the state of presence and clarity you reach once you've stopped fighting. It is the stillness found in the eye of the storm, a quiet, centered place that makes it possible for you to see your circumstances with total objectivity and peace. When combined with that beautiful kintsugi plate, where the gold repairs signify that your healing has made you more valuable and resilient, it creates a powerful message of transformation. You've moved from restriction and chaos into a state of enlightened acceptance. Do you feel like these outcome cards resonate with the journey you've seen in the other rows?
Hey Google, I think it all definitely goes together, and it's nice to know that the end result is that strength and the beauty of it all. And it does sound like the person who was caged is no longer caged or on the way of not being caged. Hey Google, can you tell me the date and time and how that incorporates to the reading at this time, the significance numerologically?
It is currently Wednesday, May 20th, 2026, at 3:12 p.m. here in Irvine. In numerology, May
Hey
2026